Edge, Wednesday, March the 1st. My name is Sean Carrier. Thank you for being with us. We're off a nice win last night in the association. The Charlotte Hornets getting it done up there in LA. And we're back today looking to build on that pick, get a little streak going, and we've got a game here that we really like, and we fully expect it to add another W to the board for BetEdge. So let's dive right into it, guys. The game today is the Houston Rockets +2 in LA. We absolutely love the Rockets as the side in this game, and a bunch of reasons as to why. So let's dive right into it. First thing we're going to look at is the recent meetings. These two teams have only played once this year. Houston absolutely smashing the Clippers 140-116, and we're going to look for much more of that today. And just looking a little further into the recent meetings, Houston has fared very well against this Clippers team of late. Houston winning 6 of the last 8 matchups between these two teams. So definitely looks like a matchup that Harden and these Rockets seem to enjoy and don't seem to struggle too much with. So we're definitely going to look for that to carry forward today. Just getting down to Houston's recent form. This is a team that's been hot all year, been mentioned among the elite pretty much since the tip-off of the NBA season. And I actually think that the version I'm seeing these last couple games is probably the best version of this Rockets team. The addition of Lou Williams has just made this team unstoppable when the threes are falling. And I really like what I'm seeing out of this Rockets team. They won their first 2 games coming out of the All-Star break, beating New Orleans by 30 and then beating Minnesota by 12. And they are coming off a loss here in their last game to Indiana, a game in which they shot about 40%. Just none of the shots were falling for them, and they still managed to to render 108 points in that game. So if Houston can shoot just a decent percentage in this game, look for them to get to that 120, 130 mark, and they shouldn't struggle with that too much. This is Ninja, the assistant. Say hi, Ninja. All right. So as we're saying, this Rockets team is just shooting the lights out right now, shooting tons of threes in every game, and if they can shoot a decent percentage tonight, we're definitely going to look for them to get the W here. And there's some more reasons why I kind of like seeing this loss in their last game, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. We're just going to get down to the Clippers' recent form. And to be honest, it's not that great. They lost their first 2 games coming out of the All-Star break, falling by 10 points to Golden State and then 8 points to San Antonio, 2 of the class teams in the NBA. So it's hard to knock a team for these back-to-back losses, but they're back-to-back losses nonetheless. And I believe Houston can be mentioned right up there with the Golden State and the and the San Antonios of the world. So this could just be more of the same for this Clippers team, just not able to kind of compete with that upper echelon of class in the NBA right now. And the Clippers coming off a win against Charlotte here, a game in which they were 10-point favorites and only ended up winning by 3 points in overtime at home to the Hornets. So definitely not a team that's firing on all cylinders right now. And just looking at their last 10 games at a little bit of a broader scope, they're only 5-5. So just about an average team right now, playing what I believe is an elite team in the league at the moment. So getting down to the referees for tonight's affair, we've got Derek Collins, Bill Kennedy, and Gediminas Petraeus. Not a bad crew in my estimation. I don't mind any of those gentlemen. Not too much in the day's rest here that I'm seeing today. Houston coming off that NBA average 1-day rest are a stellar 24-13 straight up, 21-16 against the spread. That is very, very good. The Clippers are actually coming off 2 days rest. They've got an extra day's rest to prepare here. And on that second day's rest, they're only 5-3 straight up and against the spread, which is just about a 63% win percentage, I believe, which is very, very much in line with their regular record. And when given 3 days rest, only 2-2. So definitely not a team that looks like they take that extra rest and come out margins better. This Clippers team is very solid and consistent, and you see pretty much the same team, same effort, same kind of statistical output night to night, no matter the rest or things of that nature. So just getting down to the injury report. Fairly clean. Nothing listed for Houston, and only Stone listed for the Clippers. Not a player that sees a bunch of minutes at all. So we'll jump right to the stat graphic here and the summary. And a bunch of these points are kind of the points that I'm most excited about. So we'll get to the stat graphic first. As you can see here, in offense per 100 possessions, Houston with a very significant 3.3 point edge. Definitely a significant edge in offensive output. Just looking at the defense per 100 possessions, these two teams just about dead even at 108.2 to 108.1. We'll call that a dead heat. And then field goal percentage, maybe the stat that I think carries the most weight game to game in the NBA. And Houston with a commanding edge there, a 20-point difference in field goal percentage. Points per shot is the same at 1.3 each. Houston actually with a rebounding edge over the Clippers. A slight edge, albeit, but the Clippers playing those twin towers there, and Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. If you can compete with them on the glass, I think that neutralizes a lot of the strengths of this Clippers team. Another way that I think Houston will be unaffected by the strengths of this Clippers team, a big part of the Clippers' success on defense over the last few years is just DeAndre Jordan's just elite rim protection. And Houston, not a team scoring a bunch of points at the rim right now. They're shooting tons of threes, and they really only go inside when they can draw the big out and get layups and dunks. So that could definitely neutralize one of the Clippers' major strengths tonight in this game. So we'll just get to the summary real fast. There's a few points in here I haven't touched on yet, but the first point, Houston won their first matchup of the year by 24 points. Not a close game. I think it might illustrate that there is a gap in between these two teams. This year, Houston has won six of the last 8 times these teams have met. So definitely a matchup that Houston seems to like. Houston, the hotter team right now. Winners of 7 of their last 10. Clippers only 5-5 in their last 10. Very mediocre. Now these points we have not gotten to yet, and are some of my favorite points when I broke this game down. Houston is 12-1 straight up off a loss when shooting under 45%. So the percentages usually swing back in quite a hurry for this team when they have an off night, and that's the case tonight, coming off a loss in their last game to Indy, where they shot a terrible percentage. And then the next point here, Houston 10-0 straight up, coming off a loss of more than 10 points. So definitely a team that takes these losses personally, especially the large ones, and they come out with their best effort the next night. And so the Clippers should be ready. They should be getting a Houston team firing on all cylinders, and we really like them. And then the last point, Houston with a significant edge in offense and field goal percentage. Looks like enough reasons to pull the trigger for me. And then even their averages, Houston computes out. They should be the favorite in this game by 1, and we're getting 2 points. So a 3-point swing in the line here as to what I computed it as. So a bunch of reasons here. I think it looks like enough to pull the trigger for me. We're still going to keep this as a 1-unit selection, as it is a road game, and the Clippers are a quality side. We definitely think that Houston is the better side in this game. Not in a terrible spot or anything like that. Actually, if anything, a ton of motivation coming off a terrible loss in their last game to Indiana. So that's today's pick, guys. Put it on the board. Houston Rockets plus 2 points in LA tonight. We're definitely going to build a bankroll with this one. So I hope it works out for everyone. I hope everyone enjoys. As always, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at @bet_edge. It's where all our picks, all our betting tools, all our videos get put up there, all absolutely free. So be sure to follow us there on Twitter at @bet_edge. Check for the link in the description below. So yeah, thanks for being with us, guys. As always, good night and good luck.